Okay, today I will be showing you guys how to make a your own little firework if you live in places like I do where fireworks are illegal. So for this you will need scissors, you'll need caps. You can buy these literally anywhere. You can buy them at like Toys R Us or Albertsons or something. You'll need these little poppers. You don't need them, but I suggest them because they're probably like the easiest thing to make them with. Your own little fuses. You can order these online, or you can get them from Bottle Rockets, or I got those from a friend, but or you can make your own. Allen wrenches if you have them, a big one and a really tiny one. And you'll need a piece of paper folded into 4 squares. Okay, so for this, at the beginning, you're gonna take these little caps, and they will have gunpowder, white powder, black powder. A lot of them have different things in them, and they'll have little things in each hole. You take it, and you can either scrape it out with the Allen wrench like this, and then you pour it on the paper, or you can squeeze the side and tap it until all the powder comes out. I used 2 for this. Depending on how much you use is going to be obviously how big your explosion is. I would say at least 2, because then you get enough. Now I already did it to save some time. I already took them out. It's really easy. Now what you do is they'll probably be scattered everywhere, all the gunpowder. You're going to want to fold it back and forth like this to get it all centered. Now what you do is you take this little popper. I already took everything off. You take the little, there's going to be a little cardboard thing right there. You pop that off. You take the little confetti out. There's going to be another cardboard piece. You pop that out. You take your scissors and you cut off that little silver piece that's right here. And then you take your scissors and you cut it right down the side like that. And you take your scissors and you kind of pull out what's this little popper thing inside. I'm gonna mess with that later. So now what you do is you're gonna want to cut this end out right here. This is what is going to be in the middle of your bomb. Now because this popper, you already bought it, it's from that little string thing over here. There's a hole in the top right there, and that's what you're going to use to put your fuse in later. Now you get that all off. Now this is kind of the hard part. Is first you take your fuse, you're gonna put it in this little hole just like that. Should go in pretty good. Now depending on how big your fuse is, luckily this went in perfect. Depending on how big your fuse is going to depend on how big you want your hole on the end. Now to make sure no gunpowder leaks, you're going to want to take your little Allen wrench and press up the little plastic parts up against the fuse, kind of like this. Okay, looks good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your gunpowder and you're going to pour it into this little end. So it's going to be kind of hard. Fold up your paper one way, kind of tap it to get it out. Now it's totally okay if you don't get it all in there, but make sure you try to get most of it in there. Now I pretty much got all my powder in there, which is cool. Oh, and also one more optional thing that you'll want for this little project is tissue to plug the outside up. Now, I gave this little room so if I missed, it could still go in. So now you're going to cut this off if you want. Now, when it comes to black powder, it does not like to blow up at all unless it is very compact. If it's not compact enough, it'll only sizzle a little bit, and that's really irritating with this stuff. So right now, you're gonna tear some of your tissue off. You're gonna roll it up, and you're gonna try to push it in there. I'm gonna use my Allen wrench or scissors. You can use whatever to push it in there and make sure it's really tight. So let's try to do this. Now obviously your fuse is probably one of the only things that will work in this video, because fuses will burn no matter what. You can't really just roll up a piece of paper and put it in there, because after it gets through this little hole it won't burn anymore. So believe me, I've tried that many times, and like on my other video, my little cousin made a mistake on that. So this looks pretty compact. So obviously if you do this, nothing's gonna fall out because you got your tissue in there. So this is what your little firecracker is gonna look like. You light the end, it's gonna sizzle, it's gonna blow up, I hope. So if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be kind of upset. So I think that's all. Also, my previous videos, I've showed how to make some airsoft grenades, and I have different ones. I have the vinegar and baking soda one, I have a smoke grenade, and different ways. If you guys want me to put any other specifically, if you don't know how to understand, or you want me to put the smoke grenade up, because the smoke grenade really works good, it's the potassium nitrate and sugar one, just comment down there, and please subscribe. So thanks. I'll try to make a video in a couple minutes of me blowing this up if it works. I hope it works. Bye.